Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, if you watched my Bold and Beautiful review, you know one of the things I was up there saying was hindsight is 2020, right? But distance, time, and you can see a different side. You can learn, you can grow. Maybe you can be stronger together because of it. But sometimes the damage is done, maybe left in the past. It's time to move on and start something different. As the question we're going to be simply asking tonight of should Liam and Hope give their relationship another try on The Bold and the Beautiful. Now we're going to be simply talking about all the shows tonight: General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless. As you're coming in, hit that like button because it really does actually help. Let's do a roll call, get this live stream started. Well, I hate this. And that's better. Okay, so yeah, let's roll call going and get this started. Amy's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Blackmon is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Francis is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Tommy Smith is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Ronnie Ron is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Lashanta is in the chat. How you doing tonight? And I said Francis is in the chat, right? Now, Blackmon says nope, no Hope and Liam. That is in the past. Lashanta also says no. And I said hi to Amy. If I didn't have how you doing tonight, Amy? And thank you for joining. I have to make sure I hit every person. How's my damn water at? Francis says no. Liam made his choice to divorce Hope. He is coming across as desperate because he can't have Steffi. Yes, no one likes to be a consolation prize. I'm doing good, Blackmon. I am actually doing good today, mostly because I had the day off. So, well, I had the whole week off. D King says nope, Hope needs to tell Liam to kick rocks without socks. And Tommy says, I can't stay on Kyle. Yeah, Tommy, Jack is like, yo, listen, this may be the one thing that I can't forgive. Ron says EJ is a total bully and a narcissist. I knew that he was going to tell Sarah no to retract her statement saying that he's going to arrest her for perjury and put her ass in jail for 10 effing years. Don't forget about that, Ron. Yes, that is actually correct, Mundo. He said, you're not going to make me look like Boo Boo the Fool in court. No, no, no. Somebody is going to jail. Speaking of jail, yeah, Francis and Tommy, Kyle's ass needs to go to jail for corporate espionage, right? Tommy and Francis, I think that's the thing that he can go to jail for. Why he was bragging like there was no tomorrow, like, and he just comes across as a scumbag. I remember somebody was like, "Wouldn't it be?" Solomon was like, "Wouldn't it be really cool?" Thank you, Francis. Wouldn't it be really cool if Kyle cheated on Claire? And I was like, no, he already looks like a scumbag as it is. Autumn says, hey, but I'm glad Hope told Liam no, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Liam only wants Hope because he can't have Steffi right now, and nobody likes to be a consolation prize. What's good, Kristen? How are you doing tonight? Sean says, no, Hope is such a confusing character. She doesn't know who or what she wants. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. That is correct. Kyle is ruining his family and his son's legacy for Victor Newman out of all people, aka the devil. Okay, so I'm going to sit there and say this now since I need to say this in every single chat. There is one of me. There is 19 people in this chat. So I'm going to miss comments from time to time. Do not take it personal. Just understand that I will get to your comment eventually. Also, if you're not a member, make sure that you join to become a member. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun this week, and I hope to sit there and see you on the member circle by hitting in the pin comment to join to become a member. Gorgeous Queen Jen is in the chat. How is the lovely Queen doing tonight? Autumn says, you got the spicy noodles. Yep. Where's the wine? I got the wine at the bottom, but I don't know if I'm actually going to be drinking tonight, though. I want to wake up somewhat early so this way I can get an early start when doing these soap operas. I woke up, by the time I got out of bed, Autumn, it was 12. It was 12. Like, um, so I don't know if I'm actually going to sit there and be drinking tonight, but I do have my waters already here. Janet says, I'm here for Carter and Hope. Yeah, why not? He's single, she's single. Why go backwards when you can go forwards? You know? LaShanta, I did think it was kind of interesting that Steffi did sit there and say, you want me to respect your relationship, but you didn't respect my mother's relationship with Taylor. And I'm like, got a point there. Brooke, you got a point there. Who found the gun? That's the $1 million question, LaShanta. $1 million question. But yes, Janet, I am here for Carter. Give Carter a story. I feel like it's a win-win when you give Carter a story. Ron, I thought about you. I thought about you today because I knew you was gonna sit there and be so mad at EJ. Ron, I knew you were gonna be mad at EJ. What's good, Sean? Did you notice Molly getting angry at Anna for not? Yes, she did. Which, in all reality, I get that she's upset about her mom being in jail. Kristen was not. I mean, Kristen Sam was not actually on today. She was actually not on today. Um, but yeah, Sean, I did think it was a little kind of out of pocket. I was like, Molly knows the law, so the fact that she's not there telling Anna to be like, "Oh, go get Evans, go," like it's out of her hands. And Sean says, "I can see on a spoiler that they were going to pair Lucky and Trina." What? Oh yeah, hell yes, that's clickbait, Sean. But eh, I know, Ron. I know. I know. I know. You know what? We're stuck with her. That's how I look at it, Ron. She's like a speed bump every single time that she's on the episode. And we're just gonna have to sit there and deal with it, you know? Kind of like somebody farted in a room and a silent fart, but we still have to sit there and kind of get through the day. That's what Sophia is. Sophia is a is a silent fart. Nobody knows. They didn't sit there and say, for instance, it could be anyone's guess. Anyone's guess at this point of who found the gun. All it was mail delivered, but they didn't sit there and say who it was. So my guess, your guess is just as good as mine's. Um, but now that the gun is found, here's the thing though, Francis. Now that the gun is found, that theory that I was not the same whole week is not going to be true about her about Sam being killed by drowning trying to look for the gun. Well, that's the thing, LaShanta. She is crazy, but she's methodical, right? She's seeing visions of people, but at the same time, she's seeing visions and Cameron and Cassie, but yet she's smart enough to sit there and point the gun. I mean, she's smart enough to point the finger at Daniel, instead of saying that they had a fight. Francis says, "Do you think Sam?" No, I don't think so, Francis. She's been on the show for way too long to get killed off screen. I mean, she did that. I think that I wouldn't put it past the network because network has been a little kind of spiteful in a sense, but I don't think so. Francis, I think she's been on the show for 20 something years. There's no way that they're gonna sit there and just kill her off screen. At least I hope not. Kristen says, Albert, I'm glad Sam isn't going out like that. Well, I mean, think about it, Kristen. If the original theory of her going out by drowning, she would have went out a hero. Let's sit there and think about that for a minute. Why is it? Um, she would have killed two birds with one stone. She would have died, but her liver would have been good enough to save Lulu's life. And she would have got the gun that would have exonerated Alexis. So if that theory holds up, then yes. Sean says Albert Chance telling Daniel Heather might had an affair was funny. Okay. I don't get the humor in it, but okay. Sean says Albert, what do you think will happen to Sam? What do you think will happen to Sam? Is she leaving? Oh no, she's leaving. She is leaving. There is no doubt about that. She is leaving. But now I don't know how she's gonna get killed off. Why is that, Kristen? I don't know how she's actually gonna get killed off though. That was my original theory, Sean, was that she was gonna get killed, she was gonna get killed by drowning. But now that that's gone, I think the only other way, Sean, is maybe Sitwell. Maybe Sitwell. Maybe Sitwell is the person that kills Sam. You know, he's coming back from the diet from for the diamonds. He's bad news. He's trouble. So maybe it'll be Sitwell that will sit there and kill her. Ron says, "I do feel bad for Mark. I don't. That's what he gets for being stupid. Now Clyde wants him. Well, Ron, how is he being stupid though? That's exactly Sean. How is he being stupid? He's literally being blackmailed by his mother's life being on the line. But okay, Ron, you say so. Gloria, what's good, Gloria? Gloria, I like challenges. How are you doing tonight? Oh, okay. I mean, that's a good question, Kristen. I mean, yeah, they haven't actually mentioned Ethan. Maybe they can't find it. Maybe they can't find a good actor to play Ethan. Remember the last person that they got to play Ethan, just some blonde guy. What's good, cherry ice cream? And how are you doing tonight? Gloria. What's good, Duan? You know, the possibility that Clyde could sit there and get out, the possibility that he can actually get out, Clyde can get out on technicalities for the pill stuff, and since technically Abigail's alive, he can't go to jail for killing someone that's alive. I don't know. You know, the thing about Days is that I like Clyde as a bad guy. I don't even remember. I don't even remember Francis. I know that she did get tested, but I don't even remember why. That's a damn good question. It was so long ago, I don't even remember. But it was decent cherry ice cream. It was actually pretty decent today. Definitely check it out when you get a chance. But the thing about Clyde is that why can't they just get another villain? You know, they keep recycling some of these villains. It's like, okay, if we don't get Clyde, and how many times did we sit there and get Clyde as a villain? Clyde, who at one point couldn't even get, who can barely get a job working at a diner, has all this magical power and connections and everything like that. It's like, what are we doing? And then they just kept bringing him back instead of giving us new filler. Like, I know that the budget is tight, and the last villain that they gave us was Connie. Like, well, I thought about that, Lashanta. Is Clyde? I mean, is is Chad really dumb, or is he really just desperate to sit there and believe that she's Abby? Like, you think about that, Lashanta. If you just got the love of your life back, how much would you really question it? And you had kids. Yeah, I didn't care about that scene either on. And you have kids together. And I don't know if you're a woman or a man, but let's just sit there and say you're a woman. And the father of your kids came back. How much would you really question it? Because I remember somebody else in there saying, like, no instincts at all. I just, I don't think it's about instincts, Lushanta. I think it's about love and desperation. I think it's about grief and just how powerful that it really is. And the fact that your loved one just came back to life. I don't think that I don't. That's the thing though, Ron and Lashonda. I think if y'all was in that position, I think y'all would understand a little bit more. Like, yes, it's easy to sit there and call him an idiot because there's a lot of red flags. But when you're that much in love, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see them. So, I don't know. And that's the thing, though, Ron. A lot of times, like even to you like, yes, I didn't really care about that scene either. It was more of a time filler, just like Dante and Olivia was just literally a time filler. Exactly, Sean. That's what I'm sitting there saying. It's like, yeah, I can see how he is ignoring a lot of red flags and it's like whatever, but Duan says, I wonder if Hope and Liam will get back together, boring as they are. Well, they have kids together, so I mean, there's that. What's good, Jay Blue? Where was Gio and his violin when Lucky, Sunny, and Jason were having their self pity monologues? Exactly, Kristen. I've been saying this. I've been saying that ever since we got Lucky back, Kristen. I've been saying the same as ish. Hmm. Where'd you have that from, Ron? Where'd you have that? A laugh when Olivia says she sent out for help. What took her so long? You would honestly sit there and think that she would have been be doing that. But again, and still don't know the point of GM. Yeah, Sean, we've been sitting there saying that since the second week he's been on. Remember back in the day when we used to introduce characters and they actually had some to them, some thunder and everything? Ivor says, what are your thoughts on EJ threatening Sarah that she can get 10 years in sentence? I think he's covering his ass. He doesn't want to look like Boo the Fool again. What's good, D King? He doesn't want to look like Boo the Fool again. And I mean, to be fair, Ira, she is technically purging herself. So he's not entirely wrong. Like he could technically charge her, right? But I think it's more. I know I heard D King. I think it's more for covering his own ass. He's been having a lot of L's lately. He had to sit there and admit that he was wrong about Gabby. He nearly got fired a couple of times. He was wrong about um Tate. He has a lot of losses under his belt for his tenure on of being a DA. So, you know, I can see the level of desperation that's coming from AJ. To answer your question, you know, Ron, my thing is, I get why he did it, but the outcome of that would have been like she could have always clammed up and left, right? Like he's not a cop. Yes, he knows he's on to her. He knows that she is somewhat involved, but that's just going to force her to cover her tracks and be even harder for him to sit there and find out what's going on. If that makes sense. You know, Jay Blue, they don't, but the thing is, Jay Blue, they don't typically want to get a donor organ from a child. Kind of LaShawn. I mean, let's be honest. He already feels bad enough. What was she gonna? But that's the thing, though, LaShawn. What was she gonna do? And yeah, Kristen, what was she actually gonna? What's good, Deluxe? What was she actually gonna do? Was she gonna be like, yes, this is your fault because you weren't here instead of traveling off to Africa, getting God knows what kind of diseases? Like he already feels bad enough, and he's already kicking himself. What good would have been for Laura to sit there and say, yes, you're right? I think he was already in a dark place as it is. So adding to that wouldn't help. But yes, in a sense, I know hindsight is 2020. But if he would have been in Port Charles taking care of his son, he wouldn't have been enough in Africa getting God knows what diseases. So yeah, in that sense. But Jay Blue, how would Sitwell know about the stuff that's going on in Port Charles? You know? Sean says, I'm worried about Sharon. They're putting her in a small corner. Can she get out? Writing her in the corner. Hmm. I mean, Sean, the twist is she blacked out, right? So the only thing that she has going for her right now is if somebody else killed Heather while she was unconscious. Kristen says you're right. I guess I just wish people quit going easy on him. We all have bad days. Doesn't mean we get the track. Oh, absolutely. No, 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 no. I agree with that 100%. I did sit there and say that. No, you're right. I did sit there and say that I wish Laura was there sooner. This way, Lucky didn't sit there and throw a temper tantrum like a goddamn 12-year old. Um, no, no, I know, J Blue. I was just wondering where it came from. That's all. That's my thing, Sean. That's just my thoughts on it. It would be a plot twist, though, wouldn't it, Sean? Keeping the real cherry ice cream. Like I said, I'm like, yeah. And can we talk about the stupidity of Christine at this point? Like, I this chick once again goes up to Anna's like, I got information. Anna's like, you should probably get a lawyer. You should really get a lawyer. I don't really understand how she just, but that she's just dumb though, Kristen. Like, I can agree with that, Tommy. He is. And the thing is, D King, she's a little bit too old to sit there and be doing stupidness like this. Like she set this whole thing in motion. When she went to that hotel, or when she went to go get the gun from Sonny, she set this whole thing in motion. And people keep simply telling her, stop talking. Don't talk to the cops. Don't do anything. She had two visits from her dad and her mom, and she still went to the police to talk to Anna without a lawyer. Like, I don't really understand. Ron says, what if Sharon has a lookalike doppelganger just like Sheila? Um, Ron, I wouldn't put it past Brad Bell. I wouldn't put it past Josh Griffin to do something stupid like that. So I hope not, but I kind of doubt it. What's good, Eagle Fang? Eagle Fang said, yeah, I just got back after losing it for 12 hours. I was 30 miles south of where the landfall took place with Milton and nothing much of damage and safe. Well, that's good, Eagle. Yeah, exactly, Kristen. Thank God. That is good to hear. Seriously, I'm very happy about that. I gotta sit there and hit up DC too. So thank you for reminding me. And also, I'm glad that you're okay. Yeah, serious man, I agree. This rewrite that they're trying to do ain't working for nobody. What? And I don't even want to. Okay, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm glad you said it, J Blue. I was like, I'm not even gonna sit there and try to walk into that death trap, whatever that is. Lashanta says, "Abby, did you hear Sharon ask Chance about murder?" Yes, in a sense. I mean, I feel like I feel like Sharon kind of incriminated herself since they're saying that she was with Heather before she died. Yeah, Jocelyn had every right to sit there and talk to Lucky that way. You trashed your family's business because you had a bad day. Like, are you okay? Black Pink Me says Liam looks so pitiful today, and I don't feel sorry for him. Hope asked him four times, and Thomas asked once for Liam to take her back, and he refused. Exactly. Exactly. Now, yes, and I agree with that Black Pink meme. Eagle Fang says Lucky should be arrested for what he did at Bobby's, disturbing the peace, property damage, terrorizing the customers. Yep. Jocelyn felt bad for talking to Lucky that way, but in reality, Jocelyn was in the right. You trashed your family's business, and who's gonna pay for that shit? I'm pretty sure Lucky cannot afford to pay for the damages. So Laura better start emptying out her damn pockets at this point, because somebody's gonna have to pay for that shit. But on another note, though, Blackpink me, I do kind of sit there and I look at it, and I'm like, sometimes when you're apart, like Liam and Hope, you gain perspective. You um you learn from your mistakes and you do better because of it. So maybe it is possible for Liam and Hope to be together and be a stronger couple than they were before. I mean, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But I mean, The fans kind of want that to happen now. I can't blame them for that. But that's the thing. Like, yeah, Liam was pissed off, but with some time and some distance, it's possible you could sit there and kind of, have a different perspective on the whole thing, on the whole situation. Eagle Fang, the only problem with Eric confronting Fiona is that he gets no. Now Fiona knows that somebody's on him, is on to her, and she can try to cover her tracks. There are instances I believe the writers are going to let Lucky get away with this, and he would not have to pay any consequences, and I don't think it would be an issue to Laura. And she better start plenty of some money then. LaShanta says, do you think Diane's going to make a deal for Sonny without knowing they found the gun? I think it's possible. I think it's possible. But then but see, the thing is though, if he give up himself before he found the gun, well, I think it's possible. It doesn't do him any good. It actually kind of screws him. Yeah, so it's possible. But Lashanta, I mean, yeah, it's possible that she can come in and start to make a deal and just let herself. It wouldn't be unethical for them to sit there and give her a heads up. Okay, Ron. Ron says, Albert, ask the Chaz if they think that Josh Griffin should take a page out of Brad Bell's book by having a Sharon lookalike doppelganger as a get out of jail card, get out of jail free card. Okay, ask the chat. Have a good night, Kristen. It was really great to see you. And I look forward to seeing you in the next live stream. Yeah, but she should have known, LaShanta. I mean, Carly started to have kind of a freak out moment. I was like, Carly, you did do this to yourself, right? You provided Sonny with an alibi. You chose to sit there and break the law. I don't care why you did it. You chose to do it. So whatever happens, happens. Like, nobody should be sitting there feeling bad for Carly at this point. You chose to sit there and lie for a man who you knew was guilty. You knew you had a lot on the line of losing, but your instinct was to sit there and protect a known criminal. Now you want to sit there and have other people feel bad for you? Get the F out of here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anybody says to Christina because she's still going to sit there and keep doing this stupidness that she's doing. That's the problem with Shanta. Chances are that Dex and Molly keep running at each other. Yes, they do. And I know that they're trying to tease the audience of or a Kim test or something like that. Um, yeah, that's great, Ron. Um, Maybe they're trying to tease the idea of those two actually being together in a romantic sense. So maybe it's what they call a chemistry test. And Janet's there for it. Be something different. I know some of the Dex and Josh fans will be flipping out and losing their minds. And of course I'll be there to sit down and laugh like I always do. Um, but yeah, a lot of people very curious. Maybe I should do a poll if I ever get bored. Exactly, Jay Blue. I was like, ain't nobody should sit there and feel bad for you. You chose to sit there and do that. You chose to lie for a known mobster, a known criminal. So if you get any consequences or anything like that, boo the FO. What you got after somebody else sit there and come from the skies and bail you out again? Of course, I don't think that Carly should have went to jail for the whatever charges that they had. The insider trading charges, yes, but the racketeering charges, no. Once again, a man saved her. Brennan saved her. Jason saved her. But, Carly could do it all by herself because she's that girl. Yeah, she's that girl, my ass. Um, I agree, Janet. I mean, they're not. His story isn't bad. His story is a man that is grieving, and they don't normally show that stuff from a man's point of view. They really don't. They'll show it from a woman's point of view, yes, because this is a soap opera and it's very female based. But they don't really show it too much from a man's point of view. Um, Thank you, Jenna. Smash that effing like button. Beat that like button's ass. I'm about to do that myself. I'm a cheat. We got 35 people in the chat, and I'm pretty sure we're not nearly close to how many likes we can have. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's about right. So yeah, 21 likes, 34 people in the chat. So we're almost up there. We'll also become a member though too. I know I haven't really been sitting there saying it that much or pepping it out that much, but it is actually really good though. And I'm gonna sit there and do my member shout out in the next couple of days. Hopefully Saturday I'll be able to do it. And I have some ideas for some member videos, some vlogs and stuff like that. I may do one tonight, depends. Since I actually have been on vacation or staycation. Kristen Ramirez, hey everybody, loving GH lately. Can hardly wait till Alexis get out of prison. Yeah. Unless everyone wants to say what's up to Kristen, it's actually good for you to catch the live stream tonight. And Cherry Ice Cream says hi to Kristen Ramirez. I gotta sit there and say, for the most part, most of the shows they actually do their thing. Like even YNR actually did his thing. You know, Jack Smith, they're literally threatening legal action against Kyle. Smith is saying, "Hey, listen, this is something that maybe Jack can't forgive. You betrayed your parents. You betrayed your family's company. You betrayed your family for Victor Newman, a guy who will sit there and spit you out the minute he doesn't find any more use for you." I mean, if their goal is to sit there and really make what's good, Shakira Days got to be better next week. I'm feeling a little bit of it this week. Today's episode was actually pretty decent, I got to say, Shakira. But let's everyone say what's up to Shakira. D King says I like the second actor who played TJ the best, but the current one has grown on me. I don't even remember the last person that played TJ. Was he like a little kid with the original Molly? I agree, Jay Blue, because between her sarcasm and the fact that she is literally hindering him from doing his job because she's so worried that her adult ass daughter can't sit there and handle herself. Yeah, I agree, Jay Blue. Sonny must be sitting there paying her a hell of a lot of money. I didn't say anything, Ryan. What are you talking about? I I don't even remember yesterday's episode, Shakira, so I can't even sit there and say. I watched it. I don't remember it, so maybe it's not that memorable. Tuesday was kind of dry. I guess. I don't really remember it, so I'll take your word for it. Oh, okay, D King. Old school D King. I love it. Yes, I remember that. Yes. Ron says, so you're saying that Clyde, I'm not saying anything, that Clyde should continue to play God with Mark by blackmailing when the truth comes out. Hopefully, Felicity and Aaron cut ties with him. He should be ashamed of himself. Yeah, he should be ashamed of himself for sitting there being blackmailed by a psychopath for threatening his mom. Yes, you're entirely right, Ron. That's a great take right there. How dare Mark sit there and try to save his mom by being forced to do something that he don't want to do? It's a good thing I'm behind this chair. Yes, Ron. Excellent point. Yeah, I can't be more sarcastic about that sentence if I tried. Yeah, I mean, I like today's episode, Shigera. I'm loving the body and soul stuff though. Yeah, how you doing tonight, Shakira? It's good to see you. Um, it was okay. Nothing to write home to, but I thought it was pretty decent. I mean, the best stuff was for me, EJ, Xander, and Sarah. You know, because again, technically, EJ's not entirely wrong. She did perjure herself the first time, and now she wants to sit there and be like, "Oh, I can't remember. I can't fully remember." Okay, cool. So, yeah, we're gonna put your ass in jail for lying. I never noticed that, Sean. Um, I don't know, Ron. I don't really think that much of Felicity, so I can't sit there and say. I mean, it'd be cool if they actually give her a storyline. Then I can actually sit there and think about the possibilities of what Felicia's storyline should be like, who she should be paired with. But um, I felt like they brung her in as a prop for Chanel and Johnny, and then they just was like, okay, I guess we got to kind of keep her there or something. Um, I don't know. Maybe we could sit there and see more of her, flesh out her story, and actually make her an interesting character. Jay Blue says Cyrus said he wasn't a match for Lil, right? They dragging her failing liver like when, yeah, Jay Blue, yes, but I don't think it's to that extent though, Jay Blue. I felt like they dragged the Willow storyline a lot more. They dragged it to a point where they felt it was disrespectful for people who actually did have that type of cancer. Um, which is a little weird because I'm like, it is a soap opera. Like, I think people tend to sit there and get so emotionally sensitive and offended over things. Like, yes, I do understand that they dragged it way longer than they should have. And any normal case, yes, she would have been died. But it is a soap opera, though. So Shakira says, I heard Daisy Lucy's birth mom killed Heather. Yes, I've heard that same theory as well. Which would be an interesting twist, Shakira. Ron says, what if Valentine is a match for Lulu? That'd be interesting. That would be interesting. Ron, that would be interesting. I didn't know that you actually watched General Hospital. I didn't see that coming. I know, Ron, you watch Days of Our Lives, and you sometimes watch B&B. I'm glad to hear that, Shakira. I'm glad to hear that. I'm always happy to know when my subscribers and people I care about are in a good place. Exactly, J Blue. That would. Kristen says Sam will be a match for Lulu. Yes, when they kill her off. But see, the thing is, Kristen, no one knows if they're actually going to kill her off. This is what reports are saying. Reports isn't actually official. So I find it very funny that people are assuming we're all going on this theory that they're going to kill Sam off. But General Hospital didn't make an official statement saying that they're going to kill Sam off. For all we know, they can still sit there and let her walk. Like, okay, we're gonna put you on ice for a little bit and bring you back. Maybe Shakira. I mean, I heard that she is kind of Looney Tunes, so it's totally possible. And like I said, Shakira, Sharon Case did sit there and say in an interview with Michael Fairman that it's going to be a big twist, it's going to be a big surprise. So exactly, D King. This is why D King. I always sit there and look at Y&R and be like, I don't think that it's a terrible show. I couldn't sell it. I couldn't sit there and suggest people to watch it. I don't think I'm that skillful, but I think when you do watch it and they do something big like that, you start watching that story from the beginning, stuff like that does hit the mark on why, you watch it and why you invest time into it. Exactly, Sean. No one has no rep that I've read so far from official General Hospital that um said that she's gonna be killed off. Sean says if Sam dies, Lulu finally wakes up. Yeah, because Sam at that point will have to deliver her liver to Lulu. Because we don't know if Sam is an organ donor, but we won't sit there and kind of focus on the details because I mean, yeah. um, what else was there to talk about? Oh, really? That's interesting, Ron. That gives some people some hope, Ron, because people like the Luna character. They like that Luna brung in something interesting and some shenanigans and stuff like that. So that's good news, Ron. And Jay Blue says I was gonna ask Sam is Nora. But that's the thing though, Jay Bloom. Yes, we can ask that and maybe that will be relevant in the show, but I think it would have to be relevant, all right? Because let's just sit there and say that Sam does die. And she is a viable option for Lulu. They can't just take her organs without her permission or the family's permission or anything. They can't take her organs without her permission. Janice says love the Luna character. Yeah, I yes, Janet, I definitely love the bad girl version of Luna. How she got to be the bad girl Luna was sloppy as hell, but the finished product was good. Shakira says I think Teresa's gonna return in December and might end up pregnant and who's the daddy? Alex or Brady. Well, Shakira, hopefully they get a good actress. 'Cause I tell you this much: if they bring back an Emily O'Brien to play Teresa, that's going to be terrible. I'd be happy if they get an actress and not Emily O'Brien, because like that was just a fucking mess. That was an absolute mess. That was the only time on Days that I was just like, "What are y'all doing?" And I love Days of Our Lives. I will talk about Days of Our Lives. I will praise Days of Our Lives. I will sell Days of Our Lives to any viewer that watch. But that shit was just, oof. Well, yeah, Jay, because like they gotta ask permission for that. They can't just sit there and be, oh well, she's gonna die, so we might as well just sit there and take her organ. It's like, no, 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 that's not how that works. Like, there's procedures, there's laws. I know they play willy nilly with the whole HIPAA thing. And no, I'm not going to forget that. What's good, Jonathan? I know they play willy nilly with the whole HIPAA thing, but like you can't just, you know, start just taking people's organs and shit. I Wow, Ron, yes, I agree. But even if it's not Jenny, even if it's not Jennifer Lilly or Jen, be somebody else other than Emily O'Brien. That was just stupid to no end. That served no one any good. And I know they got a lot of backlash for that. They deserve that. They deserve that level of backlash. Yes, Ron agrees with you. I mean, that's what we were hoping for, Shakira. Now, the question is, Shakira, will be played by Marcy Miller or will be played by a new actress? That is the $1 million question. Looks like it, Jonathan. My prediction may come true. I don't normally do predictions, but like my prediction may come true though. And Jonathan says hi to Shakira. Sean says if Teresa was still around, I think she would have been with Stefano. Hopefully, she would have been played by a different actress. That's my whole thing. I was like, hopefully, she would have been played by a different actress. What in Sam hell they were thinking about when they did that? No, Ron. I'm not going to start a petition for some pedophilia shit. No, no, Ron. I'm not going to do that. That's gross. Exactly, Jonathan. And Cherry Ice Cream says hi to Jonathan. Yeah, it's funny, cherry ice cream. Every time I think about you, I always sit there and think about cherry ice cream. You see, right now in New York, it's actually getting cold, and I got to take out that damn AC at some point. So it's like I don't know if I could sit there and do ice cream, but I'm not opposed to it though. Yeah, New York. If you're living in New York, it got kind of chilly this afternoon. Yeah, it got a little kind of a little brisk outside. Kristen, I heard that he was a good character back in the day before I started watching the show. So I feel like Kristen, I feel like he's one of those gems that I definitely missed out on. Um, it's like Victor Kiriakis, you know. I definitely missed out on his scenes when he was on the show and stuff like that at his best. I mean, it's gonna be so crazy, generation, because now I'm like, I know, and and that's the thing, J. Yes, and I get how dumb that sounds, but like, you know, it's so weird to sit there and think about wearing a jacket again and everything like that. Yeah, it wasn't terrible cherry ice cream. It just, well, I'll tell you this much now. I used to always sit there and drink my lattes no matter how hot it was. No matter how hot it was, no matter if I was drinking my latte and I was sweating like a pig because I had a hot ass latte. Now, it can warm me up. So that's a good thing. Ron says, but Albert, when Luna was around, you didn't have any issue with her putting her tongue on Bill. Well, Ron, Luna is 21. Luna's a grown ass woman. So this is an age thing, Ron. Aaron is still in high school. He's a minor. Luna is 21. There is a difference. That would be interesting, Shakira. I'm here for it. I mean, they're kind of boring as hell anyway, so at least it would spice their asses up. Jay Blue says it will be cold this week in Chicago after being warm all week. It's just a different shift though. When you have months and months and months of it being hot, times I had to turn on my AC, it's just going to take like mentally, it's just going to take some time to adjust. Carriation says, who do you think is more mature, Luna or Joss? Who's Joss? Carriation, you talking about Jocelyn Jacks from General Hospital? I just want to know who you're talking about. I mean, Luna is definitely immature. She came across as entitled. She wanted what's good, Melly Mel. Yeah, it's just a mental thing, Taylor. No, Luna is definitely immature. She felt like she did. Oh, Jocelyn. No, Jocelyn. Cherry ice cream. Jocelyn. Luna expected to have a good life, and she blamed her parents up until a point when she started killing people. She started killing people because she didn't have the life that she wanted, the life that she thought she deserved. So yes, it would definitely be Joss. Was good last day. Tuesday episode was that Electra. No, it was just some random model. At first, I thought that was just some random model. Oh, okay, Mel. It's good to know. Was good last day. How have you been doing? Hope all is well with you, my friend. You think that I know you ready to cook tonight, last day. That scene of Liam and Hope and Liam sent the ass and Hope to get back together. I know you ready to cook. Um, I don't know who that is. As Jarver, I don't. Yeah, I don't know who that is, Mel. What show is he on? I don't remember that character, so I don't know who that is. I mean, I just got some bad news today, Mel. Bad news is that we're gonna sit there and have to be. I'm gonna have to suffer to sit there and see um, more Sophia. Leslie says, "I'm good about Liam and Hope. I don't care. I don't care if they get back together. If they don't, they don't. They don't. I got you." Yeah, I guess so, Shakira. I gotta sit there and take a look at the other picture of Electra. I mean, yeah, Shakira, of course she's pretty. She's a model. Ron says, Albert, the reason why I said about Aaron and Teresa getting together just to see how Tate will react. So you want her to sit? Oh, she's on Days of Our Lives. Okay, Mel. I mean, Ron, I don't think that's worth being a pedophile. I don't think it's worse than if they get a reaction out of Tate to sit there and be a pedophile. Like, I don't really understand that train of logic. But so okay, bro. Kevin says Hope and Liam getting back together since Thomas is not coming back. Yeah, it's still weird that he was on the show, and then they were just like, "Ah, you don't need to be on the show anymore for reasons." Like, yes, thank you, Jay Blue. You have a great night. It was great to see you, my friend. Sean says, "How have you ever watched Endless Waltz?" Yes, I have, Sean. I like it. It is a little, it's a little confusing though. Like, it follows a manga series. So if you didn't read the manga series, then when you watch Endless Waltz, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like Wu Fei deciding to be a bad guy, doesn't really make sense unless you read the manga. Like, okay, so now Wu Fei and Tro are the enemies. Plus, the designs just kind of come out of nowhere. Like, they just decide to just completely revamp a lot of the suits, and it just made no sense. I don't know. Really great. Thank you, Johnson. Johnson says there was a theory that Jagger may actually be alive and that he had sent a look-alike to confront Sonny because he expected Sonny to shoot and waited for Sonny to give in and turn himself in. Hmm. Well, that would be one hell of a twist. Thank you, Jonathan. And that would actually be definitely one hell of a twist. You know, Ryan, I wouldn't put it past him. Lase says Hope adds nothing to B&B in my opinion. If she was gone, nothing would be missed. Mm, I don't know. I think she's needed on the show. She is. I mean, if that's the case, last day, then we could sit there and just take Steffi out too. We can just get rid of both. And happy birthday, Mel. Thank you, Jonathan. And that will be interesting. How he would sit there and coerce somebody to get. Because yeah, I mean, if you think about it, Jonathan, it was really stupid for an FBI agent to go after a known criminal by himself. No, she wasn't on there today, Shakira. She was on yesterday. She wasn't on that today though. And yeah, happy birthday, Mel. Mel says I got bad news that Brandon as Stefan departure, but not confirmed when the air date of his exit, but it hint that okay. Now if Ron says as much as I don't like the Logans, I admit that she's needed. Yeah, she is needed. Yeah, I mean that's news to me. I don't know why he would just leave though. Last says, what does Hope add to the show? What does anyone really add to the show? I mean, Hope is. I have to really think about it, but I know that Hope is actually needed on the show. Hope is needed on the show just like Steffi is needed on the show. You know, Hope and Steffi are like yin and yang. It would just be really odd if you have. And Mel says hi to Jonathan. It'd be really odd if you just had Steffi on the show without Hope. So yeah, that doesn't. I mean, I know you don't like Hope, but to sit there and say she doesn't add anything to the show, I respectfully disagree, but I respect your opinion. Um, yes, happy birthday, Mal. I mean, that's true. No, he did divorce the love of his life, and but Doesn't mean he can't go out with somebody else. He can always go out with Ava. I don't know. I would want something to say on the show. Johnson says, you know who else is needed on the show? Rick Forrester. He's both a Forrester and a Logan. Wow. Just like what you call it? Just like RJ. Now, who's the actor that played Rick? Who's the actor that played Rick? Jacob Young, right? What is Jacob Young doing these days? Is he making music still? Is his music good? Some people said his music was bad. Okay. Hmm. So that's Jacob Young. But yeah, I don't know. I guess for me, it's just like it's a yin and yang thing. It's a yin and yang thing. Well, you know what, Ron? If she gets pissed, then let her sit there and act like a damn crybaby about it. Because I would definitely sit there and drag her. He appeared on The Walking Dead. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting stuff. Or Ron Julia or I get it, I get it, I get it. It took me a second, I get it. Good one, Jonathan. That's the thing now. Fired? I gotta look into that, Kevin. I gotta look into you got fired. This is weird. Oh, she's coming next month. Okay. Okay, she good. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, Sean, he's directing movies. Okay. That's good. Last it says Hope and Steffi gotta make every other character meaningless because the whole show is just focused on them. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. I mean, this whole broken heart syndrome thing is like, ugh. It's dumb, but it's it makes Taylor look really bad and weak as a character. If we're gonna be honest, makes her look really bad and weak as a character. Um, but it's a prop to sit there and push those two together. And, people sit there. I said this in my review. People sit there and say that Brooke is being insecure. Of course, she's being insecure. Her boyfriend's ex is back in town. There's no human alive that wouldn't be somewhat insecure if their boyfriend or girlfriend's ex came back into town. On some level. It doesn't have to be huge or big, but it's there though. Thank thank you, Shakira. I love Orpheus. Johnson says I didn't expect Michael to show up at Anna's office. It's a good thing he did though, Jonathan. Because once again, Christina doesn't listen to anyone. But she's made so much of a mess of the situation. And she's too stupid to sit there and take a step back. Was good, Dolometics? She's too stupid to sit there and literally make a. I'm cool with that, Ron. John's, I mean, it, well, it is stupid. I agree with that last time. It also just shows how pathetic she is, though. But like I said, back to Christina, I'm glad they had that Dolometics. She is too old to be doing the stupid shit. Like she really is. D King says Michael has finally put a truck on him. Like she's one of his kids. But D King, let's be honest, her maturity level is not that far from being one of Michael's kids. If we're gonna be real. Sean says why Brad Bell thinks of that story for Taylor. It reduced to Sean, I've heard rumors that Brad Bell does not like Taylor. I don't know how true that is, but he loves him some Brooklyn. I mean some Brooke Logan. Yeah, that's good. I don't know how much good news that is, but I mean that's nice to hear them now. Um, I mean they're coming back for his funeral, and they're not really so much mourning a character; they're mourning an actor. Letitia says Christina needs to be tested to see if she's bipolar. She needs to be tested on something, but I won't sit there and say bipolar because he definitely do make like these. She acts like a child. That's the thing about Christina. Johnson says, however we may feel about Jay's current storyline, we definitely getting better stuff. Yes, yes, very true, Jonathan. See, there we go. I'm not reading that, Ron. If people want to read what Ron and Smith is saying, I'm not reading that silly shit. When you actually have something that makes sense instead of whatever nonsense you're talking about, then I will sit there and read it. Last Day says Brad Bell's obsessed with Brooke. From what I've heard, what I've been told, there was apparently a massive rewrite in like 2005 to make Brooke like more important than she was. Yeah, it's. I mean, think about it this way though. Last Day, we had a lot of recasts when it came towards Taylor. We didn't have a recast when it came towards Brooke. See, there you go. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady says, I love every bit of Michael and Diane and Jason. It's really interesting, Cat Lady. I had a dream about you. You were making pancakes. And then I woke up and I wanted pancakes. Maybe I should get pancakes tomorrow. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, it was a good dream, but it's like I woke up and I wanted pancakes. I don't think you expected that when you came into the live stream, but I was hoping that you was going to come to the live stream because I was like, I had a dream about you yesterday. Last minute, Domax says it's funny that. Okay. But, yeah, so I want to sit there and say it to you, Copy, where you gonna. Ellie says, wait, you're not the only one dreaming of me and pancakes. Really? Yeah. I don't know if I'm actually going to sit there and tell you about the rest of the dream, but I do remember you saying that they're having pancakes though. Are you making pancakes for me? And I'll say that much. It was a good dream though. Kelly says, so you need pancakes. Mm, yeah, sure. That's one of the things I would like. Yes. Um, it wasn't one of your reviews. It wasn't one of your reviews. So it was it was a good dream. Um, you had this little. I don't know if you had like cat ears on, but like it was a good dream though. I just remember you making pancakes, and it's like I can smell, and it was ancient mama pancakes too. Like Johnson says, Stephen lost return. Yeah, I wonder if anyone's actually excited about that. I mean, if they give him a good storyline, I'd be cool with it. Oh, it was again. Was good, Justin. All I was talking about was ancient mama pancakes. No, it says I got good news that. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know how much good news that is, but I did hear about it though. So I don't know if that's true or not, but like that's yeah, that's the rumors that I heard. Johnson says it's the previous actor, and from what I heard, he'll only be on for a short time. Like Holly, I guess, right? I'm not opposed to it. I was never a huge fan of his, but like, you know, well, I'll tell you this much, Justin and last name, they got a year to clean up their act, otherwise they're out. You know, Sean, they always hinted about Natalia's son, so maybe we may get him. That way, says we can have pancake and some Kool Aid. I like that. I like what you did. That's cute. But it's like again the weirdest thing though. Like I literally can smell the pancakes, and I woke up early in the morning. Well, I woke up late in the afternoon around 12. I was like, man, I want some pancakes now, and that's all I'll sit there and say about that. Crystal says Matthew was not fired. He took time off because his wife having a baby. Okay, yeah, exactly. Anyway, not to get all TMI, I just want to sit there and say that to you. You got in. Um, uh, and I did talk about Lucky blaming himself for not being able to save Lulu, which hindsight is 2020. But I'm like, yeah, if you didn't run away from your family's responsibilities, maybe from your son, you would have manned up and just dealt with Liz. Then maybe you wouldn't have been off in Africa getting God knows what diseases, and you would have been able to sit there and save your sister. But at the same time, you know, Laura isn't there hanging out with the man who put his little daughter, her daughter, in a coma in the first place. Johnson says EJ is too stubborn to consider the possibility of Brady being. No, he doesn't want egg on his face, Jonathan. He already has a lot of losses since he started DA. Remember, Kate, Gabby, him being fired a couple of times. What's good, Big Nate? He doesn't want egg on his face. He doesn't want to look more weaker. He was already sitting there saying he was guaranteed a conviction. So it's not about being stubborn. It's just about he doesn't want to sit there and have another loss. Sean says, I read that the actress that plays Holly has the actor that plays Dex dressing room at GH while she's there. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they just. Okay. And I guess you have to take another L, Jonathan. But, like, you understand why he doesn't want Sarah to change the story, right? What's good, Big Nate? Well, I know it was decent, Shakira. Well, I know it was actually pretty decent. Kelly says, I know how Sam is going out now. I'll just say, thanks, Holly. Sit well. Sit well. I said that earlier, so I think we kind of came to the same conclusion, Cat Lady. Cherry's Lucky was away eating all the good spicy actor food. It tore up inside. Just kidding. Domex says, how did Laura explain her absence to she didn't. She did not at all. Because I sat there, I was like, well, where was you, Laura? Because you weren't nowhere near where Lucky was, and she didn't explain that at all. Cat Lady, was it a theory that you got, or was it, you know, did you hear from like some sort of? Carla says, "Oh no, why you're dreaming of me now? You just said we're on the same page for one, saying what, Cat Lady? I'm trying to get this live stream PG. Trying. I said it was a good dream. It was a really good dream. Let's just just keep it at that. Patience, that's what I want to know, Albert. Yeah, that's what we all want to know. Johnson says if Paul later fires AJ down the line and she appoints Bell as DA, I think Bell would enjoy sticking at the AJ. Yeah, I mean, if that's a theory. I don't, Jonathan, not to sit there and kind of crush anyone's dreams. I just don't see. I just was good, Patty. I just don't see Bell coming back permanently. Like whatever reasons why the actress left, I don't think that they changed. Jason said, "Did you put syrup on your pancakes?" I wanted to, but they smell good as hell, though. They smell really good. Kelly says, "I'm just following the story, LOL, and I have another theory, but damn, if Chase goes down, that man." Domax says, "Wasn't Laura supposed to be looking for Lucky too?" Yep. I mean, technically, she did find him. She found it back in Port Charles. See, Terry, I see where you're going with that. I was just talking about the smell of pancakes. Listen, the smell of pancakes is actually really good. And I really wanted to get some pancakes, but I don't know. I was just running around and I just couldn't get to it. DC, the man who got wanted to live canceled. How the hell are you doing, DC? Damn right, your pancakes, cat lady. Okay, you know what? I guess we're getting the weekend version of cat lady. Mm-mm. They smell good, but that's beside the point. Johnson says it would depend if they finally decide to give her front and center story. Remember, Days just hired new head writers. Yeah, that's true. See, I'm talking about food. I don't know what cat lady Smith they're talking about. Anyway, I feel like cat lady Smith, you're trying to get me all flustered. Ron says if Stefan and Melinda tries to get engaged quickly, do you think Gabby tries to stop? Yeah, I can see her doing that. I can see her doing that. JC says, I'm good. We survived the storm. By the way, I did not expect Aiden to come out to Lucky the last episode. That was a twist I didn't see. Really? That was a twist you didn't see coming? Why? I think everyone saw that a mile away coming. But okay, all right, that's cool. I just didn't think that was going to be part of their dialogue. So, what did you expect their dialogue to actually be like then? When they actually did meet, what did you expect their dialogue to be like? I know some people actually got really upset about that scene though too, which I thought that was hilarious. People got upset, like people got like actually upset. And I'm like, you do realize that there are gay kids in this world, right? Why were people upset? Okay, I all right. Conway, they just didn't like the fact that that it was a gay kid. And here's the thing, Cat Lady. Anytime in DC, anytime you sit there and talk about a gay character, people tend to get really pissy. They just tend to get really pissy. That was just the bottom line. And I don't know if they got more upset because he was a kid. Exactly. And that's the thing, Cat Lady. People sit there and forget that, kids can be gay. Teenagers can be gay. Aiden's a teenager. And people act like teenagers can't, be gay and bisexual and everything. It's insane to me. Patty says I kind of agree with her because I was shocked when Aiden came out to Lucky. Not that he came out at all, but that he came out so fast and without, like, checking his dad out. Um, yeah, I mean that's true, right, lady. It's like people who get um people still get vexed about interracial relationships. People still get upset about that. So I don't know. Um, some people are either very old school or they just have. I don't know. I think that's why some people were so quick. To be fair, Kelly, I think that people, those same people that got upset was so quick to defend Natalia. They were hella quick to defend Natalia. Maybe. I mean, Lucky is the type of person that will sit there and disappear with the quickness. It's actually very true. He. Haley says, looked like he was about to go. Jason gave him cash he needed to. So yeah, it makes sense why. America, baby, huh? Okay. I'm pretty sure in November that's not going to happen. That this stunt that will change the whole thing. See, we'll get a miracle baby. I'm sure the other characters like Hope and Brooke and Eric will be stunned. Yeah, that's one word for it. Also, be something to think what kind of mad scientists make that shit happen too. But yeah, that's on the list. That is on the list. I don't think that's gonna happen around. I don't see any of that actually happening. But only person that's missing in that group, DC, is Drew. Mhm. I felt like the whole Olivia Dante and Liz scene was just so unnecessary, in my opinion. DC says I think Drew is a great dad. I think he is definitely what you call like trolling at that point. One baby daddy robbed the other baby daddy. Johnson says I think GH will have a good surprise twist tomorrow cliffhanger. Hopefully Days will too. Hopefully Days will too. Well, hopefully all of them will. DC says what no, I'm serious. Well, at least appears that Drew has been there for Scout. So I guess him going was good. Oh, Queen Becky D. So I guess him going to jail for Carly and leaving his daughter behind qualifies as a good dad. He put Carly's needs before his own daughter's needs. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Sean says, "Who are they putting Aiden with? I wonder." Not Lucas. Brass too old. What about Tobias? Remember they talked. Sean, remember about Tobias? I mean, they had Aiden was they talking about how he wanted to be with Tobias. You'd be surprised last time. There's been watching that show for like 20 something years. So yeah, I mean, I get that you don't like it, and a lot of people don't like it, but like, you know, now there's people, yeah, there's people that's gonna miss it. He's not talking about his daughter recently. He sees okay, fair enough. Drew is part of that part-time dad club, but I wouldn't fully label him great values like Lucky. No, that's true. No, that's true. I think it was just an out of pocket thing for him to do. You know, and it's like, yeah, let's sit there and protect Carly at all costs. Now she's about to go to jail for a crime that she did commit, and she still not there whining. I get it last time. I'm just saying, I don't know. Sean says, right, Albert, where is that character? Well, they never brought him in. They just talked about him. So I think it would be interesting if they did bring him in. Is that well? That's the thing, though, cat lady. If somebody was like, Michael had to sit there and treat his sister like one of his kids because in all reality, Christina acts like a kid. She does stupid, impulsive things, So it's like, yeah. She was like, "Oh, you're invading my privacy, and I'm sick." She was when she said, "I'm sick and tired of people telling me what to do." I was like, "Christina, you're so out of pocket for even saying something like that because you don't listen to anybody. You do things, you make things worse, and you set things in motion, and then other people have to sit there and clean up the shit that you're doing." Like Alexis being in jail. Yeah, somebody has to sit there and put a stop to that. Get this damn girl some common sense, because like, um, and even Anna was like, "You should get a lawyer." I really do feel that Jesus does not have the budget to get another person in to represent, a standing character to sit there and represent Christina. Because there's been too many times where she has done things and not got a lawyer in situations where she should have. Asking Diane, come on, bro. Becky says both Alexis and Christina have lost any common sense they ever had. Yeah, probably more on Christina part though. And Ron, I guess you'd be sitting there waiting on the island by yourself. I mean, you're the only person that's waiting for that. Most people don't even remember who Jerry Prentice is. That way, everyone is moving. Like I said, I just think that GH does not have the budget to get somebody else to stand in as a lawyer. But it's like it just makes Christina look stupid. You know, at least if she came in with a lawyer, as bad as what she's doing, it wouldn't have been completely stupid. When when the person you're confessing to is not just saying you want to get a lawyer. Now she wanted to get a lawyer because she wanted to cover her ass. Um, um, because anything that Christina say, it may not be admissible in court. This is what I was literally trying to convey to one person who I was going back and forth with when Chase is not there questioning Christina without a lawyer. I was like, anything that you say, you're not going to be able to use in court. You know, while this person was not there saying what Chase did wasn't illegal, it was kind of underhanded. It was also stupid. So Anna wanted to make sure she covered her ass, lose hers, share with that damn mouth of hers. I mean, hell, cat lady, would you want to sit there and represent Diane at that? I mean, would you want to sit there and represent Alexis at that point? Chick is sarcastic as hell. I was like, bro, you're not in a position to really be sitting there doing that. I said the same thing. I said the same thing, Patty. I was like, the one thing that annoys people with Jason is his way of self-sacrificing himself for Carly and Sonny, saying that his life isn't as valuable as those two are. While he has kids. See, it's already bad enough that he used to do that before he had kids. Now he has kids. There's not a reason for him to be doing that. I'm so glad that Diane had to set him straight. Like, I like Jason, but that's probably the one aspect that I'm not a fan of. Like Diane said, Carly and Sonny made their choices. They have to deal with the consequences. Or just always throw Alexis in jail. Yeah, I mean, yes, it's yeah, but yeah, it's still that's the thing though, D King. It's stupid, and she's been doing that for a while. I mean, I get it, D King. We need messy characters, but I think sometimes with Christina, it's just so stupid. Like Phyllis on The Young and the Restless is a messy character, but she's not 100% stupid. She would never sit there and talk to the cops without a lawyer, unless they couldn't pay an extra actor. You know, you could be messy, but not stupid. You could be annoying, but not stupid. You may make bad impulsive choices, but not be completely stupid like Christina. There's things I want to sit there and say, but I know, or people's feelings, I'm not going to. But she just does these questionable things, and I'm like, there's no level of character growth in her. I agree, Sean. Of course, there's other reasons why I think they should have kept the baby, but that's one of them. She should. Becky D. And the thing is, it's not like she doesn't have it's not like she doesn't have money to sit there and get a lawyer. And and like you said, Becky, she's been around. Not only that has she been around. Not only is she Sonny's daughter, most importantly, she's Alexis's daughter. Her sister is a lawyer. And now at one point in time, you have everybody and their mothers that they're telling Christina, don't talk to anyone without a lawyer. Don't talk to anyone without a lawyer. But she just does these things and just has like I feel like every time she just messes up, she just is like, and there's no thought process in there. I'm like, is there a brain in Christina's head at this point? No need. Alexis is cleared. I said the same thing, Patty. See, the problem is Alexis is cleared, right? But that's still going to be a problem for Sonny. But yes, he's not fully out the woods, but I think he doesn't have to worry about Alexis. So, like, maybe exactly, whoopsie doodles are going to get Christina in jail someday. Yeah, and at some point, Becky, her family won't be able to get her out the mess that she put herself in. And I think that's my whole thing, Becky, is her attitude that she was having with Michael. Her attitude that was like, I'm tired of other people telling me what to do. Well, if you would sit there and use your brain for 5 minutes, people wouldn't have to sit there and tell you what to do. Like seriously, I don't get that. All right. This was actually a lot of fun. I think I'm gonna sit there and end the stream here. This way I can get some type of rest and I don't have to be, sleeping and waking up at like 11:30, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So I do want to thank everyone for joining though. This is a lot of fun as always. Appreciate every single person for coming through tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um yes. So have a good night, Queen Becky D. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Patty. Have a good night, D King. Have a good night, Sean. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Queen Cat Lady. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, D King. Um, Have a good night, DC. Have a good night, Eagle Fang. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, Melly Mel. Have a good night, Queen Becky D. It was really great to see you. I'm glad you was able to make the live tonight. Have a good night, Krista Ramirez. Um, have a good night, Jonathan. Thank you again for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you. There we go. I was about to sit there and say, where's my guy Jonathan at? Join us for another edition of Soap Chat with Albert Bostic. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Make sure you do hit that like button on the way out because it really does help. And share the videos if you can. So let's keep this party going. Let's make it larger. Johnson says, good night, everyone. I hit the like button. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Anyone else that didn't say, oh, have a good night last day. Anyone else that didn't sit there, have a good night, Dolomitics. Anyone else that I did not sit there and say good night to, you know who you are, and I will see you in the next stream. Laters.